Hey guys, so for today's blog post, I am going to do a hair tutorial on how to get the loose waves that I wear on a daily basis. I'm just going to walk you through the products that I use, the tools that I use, and then I'll do a quick demo. So when I wash my hair, I use this purple shampoo by Joico. It really helps to cut down on the gold tones that I have in my hair. I can't stand them, and so my hairdresser really recommended a purple shampoo, and I have noticed a huge difference. Right after I use it, there's significantly less gold tones. So that's one product that I use. The other product that I use before I comb my hair out is the It's a 10 Miracle Leave-In product, and basically it does 10 things instantly. It repairs dry and damaged hair, adds shine, detangles, controls frizz, seals and protects the hair color, prevents split ends, stops hair breakage, creates silkiness, enhances natural body, and it gives it protection with the flat iron as well. And then I put in some of this OI oil. I just feel like it makes my hair really, really soft. So that's all that I put in. Then I use this T3 hair dryer. I love it for so many different reasons. One, it cuts the drying time down in half. I used to buy really cheapo hair dryers, $20, like a Conair, and I found that I was actually having to buy like 3 or 4 of those in a year. So I finally got invested in this big old T3 Micro one, and it works so well. I feel like my hair is less damaged, and like I said, cuts down in the drying time, which is huge when you're a mom. I do dry my hair with this funnel on it with a round brush because I feel like it really focuses on the areas that I want to dry, and it decreases frizz everywhere else. So I highly, highly recommend using the funnel on it as well. So after my hair is all dry, I curl it. So I use the T3 Micro Whirl. So it has interchangeable wands on it, and I use the 1-inch barrel for kind of undone waves. But I've also used the 1.25 to 0.75 wand barrel for kind of tousled waves. But my preference is the 1-inch barrel for kind of undone waves. So to start, so a question I got was, do I separate my hair or do I just kind of curl it all together? And I personally separate my hair. So I kind of just add a bottom layer like that. I just use an old banana clip and clip it back. So I have my underlayer right here. Okay, so once I have my hair separated, I start to curl it really quick. I also use the T3 straightening iron. Really, really great. I used to, again, use cheapo, actually not really cheap hair straighteners, but just ones that weren't as good as the T3 brand. And I just have noticed significant less breakage, especially when you're straightening your hair. So I do use a hair straightener in the curling process, and so I'll show you guys where as needed. Okay, so I start with about pieces that are about this thick, and then I'm always pointing the barrel down, and I wrap my hair in front of the barrel. And I just hold it there. I have a mirror behind this so I can sort of see what I'm doing. And then I let it go. I only hold it there for about 5 seconds at most. And then I just do that the entire way around. Making my way across the back and making sure I don't burn myself. There is a mitten that comes with this, but and I used it in the beginning, but I don't use it anymore. Just let it fall. I've gotten a lot of questions as to if I really think the T3 products are worth it, and I really do. Like I've already mentioned in here today, I used to use just kind of like, there's nothing wrong with the brands, but like Conair and Revlon's hair products. And I found that, one, they were actually breaking several times throughout the year, and that my hair was much more damaged. My hairdresser always used to encourage me to buy a really great hair dryer, and I was really hesitant to for a while, but then my mom got a T3 and I loved it, and since I couldn't take that home with me, I just decided to get my own. So I do highly recommend the products. I do think that they're worth it, and if you don't want a lot of breakage on your hair and you use a lot of heat, I think it's really important to have really good products. Okay, so when I move on to the other side of my head, I switch the wand into my left hand, and I'm still pointing the barrel down and wrapping in front. So you're always pointing the barrel down and you're always wrapping the hair in front of the barrel. That's kind of where, like when my girlfriends have tried it, when I've explained it to them, that's kind of where things go off, is that they're still using the same hand or a different hand, but they end up pointing the barrel upwards, or they're not wrapping in front. So that's always what you want to do. Okay, so last piece on this bottom layer. All right, so then I do kind of just run my hands through it. I don't care that it hasn't cooled yet. And then I take my hair straightener and I straighten the ends down here. I don't like really curly ends. And then I have frizzy hair, and I just do it like right here. Straighten that area as well. Okay, so once that bottom layer is done, I kind of just toss it over my shoulder, and I work on the same side of, I finish the same side before moving on to the next side. So I do one more layer here. And again, I just do the exact same process. Just wrap the barrel, wrap the hair in front of the barrel, let it go, toss it back, pick another piece of hair, and go. If you can't invest in the T3 micros, you don't have to have a wand like this. You can just use a regular curling iron and just don't close the barrel on it. So keep the barrel open and wrap your hair around it, but don't close the barrel. And it'll probably give you a very similar effect, if not the same. So I just will wait and do the straightening on the layers on the end. And then I pick another layer out. And this doesn't have to be an exact science. This is all depending on how thick your hair is. The thicker your hair, the more layers you are going to have. Once you have this hairstyle down, you can probably get it done in under 15 minutes. And the great thing is, depending on your hair texture, with these products, I've recognized or realized that the next day my hair, like the curl will hold, which is really nice. So it ends up being just a few touch-ups here and there. So here I do like to take the straightening iron. My hair tends to curl around the temple, and I don't like that, so I tend to straighten it out just for the frizz purposes. And then I kind of go through and do the ends a little bit more. Alright, so moving on to the top layer. Take that down. And like I said, since my hair does tend to get frizzy because it's naturally wavy, what I do now is I take whatever piece I'm going to curl, and then I just take the straightener to the top part of the crown, and that just kind of flattens it and reduces the frizz that I experience. And then I just wrap my hair. Let it down. Same thing here. And wrap. Right. And you can see it's just kind of like undone curls. And then right here too. So someone asked if I had postpartum hair loss, and yes, I have a lot of postpartum hair loss. I still have little pieces coming back in, especially like right here, which curl in a weird way, so I'm always sure to straighten there for sure, because I don't like the way it ends up looking. Postpartum hair loss is the worst. Nobody told you about it. Well, they do tell you about it, but you don't think it's going to happen to you. So, all right, so that side is done. I just, again, straighten the pieces a little bit. I do not like it to be super curly. And that side's done. So then I move on to the next side. So you can see I still, where I had my postpartum hair loss, I have been using Vital Proteins, collagen peptides, and they helped significantly reduce my hair loss. So that was really great. So again, taking the curling wand, point it down and wrap ahead, or wrap in front of the barrel, and switch hands. Let go. Repeat. And again, since it's a front piece, I'm going to straighten it out a little bit. I also think that how your hair holds a curl, of course I'm not a hairdresser or anything, but how your hair holds curl has a lot to do with your hair texture, and so my hair is already a little bit naturally wavy. So I think if your hair doesn't end up looking exactly like this, it may just be because of your hair texture as well. And also, I have less hair on this side of my head. It's really bizarre. And I've read somewhere that that's actually really natural and normal, so mine is my right side. All right, so almost done with this side since I don't have as much hair there. Someone else also asked a question about working out. How do I work out and not wash my hair? So pretty much I hadn't washed my hair in a week. And so when I decided I was going to do this tutorial, I figured I better wash my hair. And so what I do is I let my hair kind of dry from the sweat, and I comb it out, and I put a little bit of the Oribe dry shampoo in it, and just restyle it. And I might dry a few pieces with a round brush if I feel like it needs it. And I mean, it's not going to look as good as we get towards the end of the week, but it's still, it's better than having to rewash it. So, okay, so here's this top layer. Again, I do the exact same thing with the straightening iron, straighten the top of it, and then use this. I've also found that I really don't like how my hair looks on the first day it's been washed and curled. I don't feel like the curl holds as well. So I usually get the best results with 2-day, 3-day, 4-day old hair. When we get into the 5 and 6 day old hair, it holds really well. It's just kind of frizzy and not as like bouncy and silky and soft. So, but sometimes that's just what happens. Okay, so again, same thing here. Kind of get close to the crown and straighten it out. And curl it around. All right. So the front parts are all done. And then I kind of go over it again, straighten the ends. Okay. All right, so now moving to the back. So with the back, it's the same thing. So depending on which side I'm going to curl on, that'll be the side that gets which determines which arm I use. So I'm curling more on this side of the back of the head, so I'm going to use my right hand again. There's that. You can see. And this piece is a little close to the crown of my head, so I'll just take the hair straightener and go like that. And curl. Alright. And then like one more on this side, and we're almost done. I also, back in November, I took out all of the kind of ombre in my hair and noticed that you could not tell that my hair had been curled. And so a lot of it will have to do with kind of just your hair color too, and being able to tell in photos and stuff. But I mean, I curled it the same way, and I could tell, and in person you could tell, but in photos you couldn't tell as much. Alright, so 2 more pieces. Again, I'm on the right side of my head, so I have switched the wand into my left side. Alright, last piece, which is close to the crown of my head, so I just go like that with the straightening iron. And oops, wrap it around. And in the back, I don't do as much straightening because I really can't see it, so I just trust that it looks okay. And you can kind of see it has the same shape as everything else. Alright, so that's it. So then I just kind of tousle the hair. Run my hands through it, never a brush. And then I'll just like look and see if there are any pieces that I feel. So sometimes I don't like how it looks, so I'll just go back through, take smaller pieces, back through with the wand, and let them go. So to start, I separate my hair, but then when I go back through and kind of make edits to it, I just do it wherever I see fit. Just grab some random pieces. And that is it. So pretty much you just straighten at the scalp, at the crown, not scalp, and straighten the ends, and then tousle it, and you're good to go. And that is it. Alright, so I'm going to link all the products below, and if you guys have any questions, just comment and I will respond. Thanks so much, guys. Bye.